Okay. So let's get started and sit nice and tall, close our eyes, take some deep breaths. And just notice where your mind is. And try and focus on the here and the now. Let's open our eyes. But while we're doing all of this practice, let's try and stay here in the here and the now. If things come to your mind, it's okay. Just try to let them go and then bring yourself back to wherever you are. So let's open our eyes. Stretch up to the ceiling, nice and tall. Bring those arms down. Take one arm up. Take a nice inhale and stretch to one side. And come back up. Take the other arm up as well. Stretch to one side. Wake up the side of the body. Come on up. Let's do that one more time. This time we're going to add a little bit of a chest opener. Send yourself over to this side. Gently open up that shoulder to the sky. And then bring it back. And come on up. Let's do that to the other side. Send your arm up. Stretch on over. Open up that shoulder. And then bring it back. Come on up. Let's do a couple twists. So let's take an arm behind ourselves, hand on the opposite knee, and gently twist to the side and feel the spine nice and tall as you twist. Let's come back center. Let's do the other side, and an opposite knee, and then twisting to the other side. Come back forward. And then let's gently take ourselves to an all fours position. Alignment should have your shoulders in line with your wrists, your knees under your hips. And let's gently add some heat and some movement by engaging the core and some cat and cow. Come back to center. Take the toes and tuck them under. And then gently lift yourself into a downward facing dog. Press those heels towards the ground. They may or may not touch, that's okay. Chest pressing in towards those knees and the head in line, or ears in line with the arm. Take a couple breaths here. And then just take a second and pedal out the feet a little bit. Bring one leg up behind you, and then bring it forward into a lunge. Drop the knee, drop those toes. Send the arms up to the sky. And press forward a little bit to stretch out your hip flexors. Take those arms down. Tuck the toes again, come back to your lunge. Take the arm up and take a twist to the side. Arm up and head up, looking to the gently lower the hand. Send that foot back to plank. And then come back to your downward dog. You can pedal the feet out if that feels good. If you just want to hang here for a second, that's fine as well. Let's take the other leg out and then send it forward to move into a lunge on the other side. Gently lower the back knee, untuck the toes, and then send your arms up to the sky while you bring your hips a bit forward to stretch out the hip flexors. Take yourself back down. Lift the same hand as knee to the ceiling, and we're going to stretch and twist. Oh, actually, I realized that I did not have us lift our knee again. Let's bring our arm down. Let's send our leg back to a plank. And this time we're going to lower all the way to the ground. Untuck those toes. Take the hands behind you. And gently take a nice inhale and lift into locust. This is our first one. You don't necessarily have to go very far, right? I'm only lifting my shoulders and my chest a little bit. You can always go more. And lower. Let's do one more. Lift up. Maybe you want to go a little further this time on the second time. Take a nice deep breaths over here. And then lower. Let's take our hands by our shoulders. Gently push yourself up and back to a child's pose. Forward like a half flip. And round that back. Let's take one hand and flip it over so the palm is facing up so that we can send it through under our chest to stretch out our shoulder. Let's take it back to the side and then back front. Let's take the other one, flip the palm up, take it to your chest level, and gently slide it through. 2 touches. Send it back through. And let's bring the arms along our sides for a moment. And then lift them up, clasp them behind us, and stretch them towards the ceiling. While shoulders are down and back. Send those hands down. Take a nice inhale, let's rise to seated. And we're gonna come into boat pose. So we're gonna engage our abdominals, and we can either come here, lift one leg, lift the other leg, or lift both legs. So whatever version works for you. Focus on your breathing, keeping your core engaged. Let's hold this for 2 more breaths. Take those legs down, send it out in front of you. Take the arms up to the ceiling. Flex those feet and fold over from the hips towards the legs. And then you can either grab onto your toes, to your ankles, wherever you're able to grab. It's not a joint. Let's change our feet from flex to pointed while we're still stretching. And then let's come up, and we're gonna slowly lower to the mat. So let's take this as an opportunity to do so with some control. Your legs might lift a little bit like me. That's okay. The goal is not to do that, but you know, we are all human. So let's take our legs about hip distance apart. Hands down on the mat. And we are going to lift into a bridge. So think about one vertebrae in your back peeling off the ground at a time from the small of your back all the way up. And press in through your heels to help yourself lift. Okay. Keep yourself facing the ceiling. I was just checking the camera to make sure we're all good. Let's gently lower down one vertebrae at a time, this time in the opposite direction. So from the middle of your back all the way down. Excellent. We're going to do it one more time. This time we're going to take our arms up and behind us as we bridge. So we're going to take an inhale and peel one vertebrae off at a time as you take the arms up. So this adds a little bit more dynamicness to it. Hold that bridge. And now we're going to gently lower one vertebrae at a time while we bring the arms back to where we began. Awesome. Great. Send our legs out. We're going to take one towards our chest and pull in. And now take a nice inhale. Straighten that leg above you. And you can either grab on the thigh or on the calf and pull it towards you. Let's send it back down. One more pull towards our chest. And then lower it down to the mat. Let's take the other one. Bring it on up. Pull it towards our chest. Gently lift it up to the ceiling. And let it stretch towards you. Bring it back down to the bed position. Pull it towards your chest again. And lower it to the ground. This time we're going to take both of our legs up and into tabletop. Arms as a T to our sides. And we're going to gently drop our legs towards one side while looking the other way and feeling a nice twisting stretch across our backs. Ideally, you're keeping both shoulders on the mat, and then looking away and feeling that twist. Let's send our legs back up to tabletop, and then we're going to gently lower them to the other side. Arms still in a T, and look away from those knees. And feel the twist on the other side. Gently bring the legs back up to center. And let's lower them down. You can take the arms back down by your sides. We're going to let our legs sink into a butterfly. So put your palms together, or rather the soles of your feet together. And then if you want to softly put your hands on your upper legs to help gravity help you, feel free. Just take a few breaths as you open up. Now let's bring the legs back up. Gently put one ankle on top of the other thigh. And then we're going to grab our other thigh and stretch out our glutes. Let's lower that down. Take the other leg up. Cross it over with your ankle. Grabbing the opposite thigh. And stretching out on the other side. Take those legs down. Slide them out in front of you. Let's take our arms up and back behind us. And just feel your body elongate in both directions. So your feet feeling like they are going away from your hands. And just feeling the length in your body. Bring those legs up. We're going to do one more stretch. We're going to open up our hips a bit more and move into happy baby. So really pressing in those knees towards those armpits. Opening up. You can add a rock or you can kind of just let yourself stay where you are. And let's gently bring ourselves back down. Send those legs out. And take a moment to close our eyes and feel ourselves sink into the mat in Shavasana. Check in with yourself and your body. How is your body feeling? How is your mind feeling? Allow the mat and the ground to support you. Really deepen your breathing. When you're feeling ready, bring some life back into your body. A little bit of movement, fingers and toes. Take a deep breath. Breathe out. Let's bring ourselves around to the side. We're tucked in. A little ball. And gently take your top arm to the floor and use it to push yourself up to seated. Come back to the position where we began. Take your arms up, nice and tall. Bring them down. Take them up one more time. This time clasp them and open up the chest. Release. Clasp them behind you. Same thing, really open up that chest. Let's take one side bend on each side. Now that we're a little warmer. It should feel a little different now. So our body's woken up. Let's take the arms on up and then take them down through your forehead into your heart center. Take a nice deep breath, big exhale. One more. One more time. Namaste. Open those eyes. Thank you guys for coming, and I hope you have a good Wednesday.
Thanks, Jenny. Thank you so much.
Yeah, have a good morning. Bye-bye.